everybody? This is your host, Platinum Eagle, aka Platinum Eagle. And you're tuned in to Platinum Eagle Podcast. I wanted to make this video real quick because it's a lot of disrespect on my quarterback one's name, man. And quite honestly, I'm gonna leave it alone after this right here video. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got much to say about it for real, because it's coming from a place of hate. Most of these cats, they're coming from a place of hate. Never, ever in the history since I watched football have I ever seen. Well, first of all, let me start like this right here. People who was career backups. You know them. Fitz, whatever his name is. Colt, whatever his last name is. And even who's your mama? You know what I'm saying? Who's Pinzada, whatever her name. Remember that commercial though? Who's your mama? Anyway, that's what I think about every time I see this guy. You know what I'm saying? It's that laughable. These guys coming out. Oh yeah, it's another one. I can't think of him right now. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Acho. He was a. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about what he was. We already know. If you're an Eagles fan, you know what he was in 2011, 2012, whatever he played for us. We was 4-12, I think, that year. That tell you how good that guy was. You know what I'm saying? It's others, man. I ain't gonna bring him up. But anyway, it's funny how these guys who were career backups, who did absolutely really nothing in their careers, you know what I'm saying, got so much to say about Jalen Hurts. You know, first he's saying all this stuff about him, talking about he won't never win a championship. He was this right here. He shouldn't have been picked in the second round by the Philadelphia Eagles. I think if he'd have played with any other team, they'd have had nothing but love to give to this brother. But since he played for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we already know everybody hate us, and we don't give up. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. You know what I'm saying? So let them keep hating. But I'm gonna just say this right here, just to get it off my chest. I have something to say to y'all. I want to get it off my chest. I know a lot of Eagles faithfuls feel the same way that I feel. But these guys, man, I'm telling you, they got so much trash to put on his name. It's just so hard to walk it back and be a real man and be a real analyst, so they say they are, and just say, you know what, we were wrong about this guy here. Some of them did it in a backhanded type of way. I ain't gonna bring him up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll bring up Cam Newton, you know what I'm saying? Even him, he wasn't a career backup, but did he win any chips? I don't know, maybe the NFC championship, he might have won that one. But I'm talking about the one that really, really counts. The one I think is not good enough if you don't win it. The Eagles can go to the NFC championship like we did like 5 years in a row, or something like that, 4 years in a row, whatever, with McNabb. It was heartbreaking. Who want to go that far to not win it all? I don't got bragging rights by saying, well, at least we went to the NFC championship game. I don't mean nothing to me. At least we won an NFC championship game. I ain't gonna say it don't mean nothing to me, because you gotta win that game in order to win the Super Bowl or even get to the Super Bowl. Just getting to the Super Bowl is not good enough for me. I'm just saying, it's not. Some people is cool with that. I personally don't. I don't care. Like when we lost the Super Bowl a couple years ago, Jalen Hurts played his ass off. You know, I liked the fact that, you know, he played his ass off, and yeah, that fumble, wish we could have took it back, and I wish we could have got a stop. But all that is wishful thinking. All that I can't go back and correct. It's in the books. We lost that game. It hurt. It wasn't like, oh, at least we went to the Super Bowl. Like I said, some people, that's bragging rights. To me, it's not bragging rights. I guess the Cowboys fans, to them, it would have been bragging rights because they haven't been in so long. You know what I'm saying? So, but we ain't dumb. Anyway, these guys talking about, you know, could any quarterback could have. Now I'm going to bring my point when I was talking about it first. I never heard in my years of watching football or watching so-called analysts talk about the game of football after the fact. I never heard once until this season. I think I heard murmurs of it last time we went to the Super Bowl. But I never heard once until this season that, well, if another quarterback or any quarterback just about could have played in the Eagles, with the Eagles roster, and they would win a Super Bowl. I didn't hear that when Brady was winning Super Bowls. I didn't hear that when Mahomes was winning Super Bowls. I didn't hear that ever. I don't even think. Now, I wasn't watching when Joe Montana was doing this thing, but I bet you they wasn't saying that when he was winning Super Bowls. When Dallas was winning Super Bowls back in the day, I'm sure they wasn't putting backhanded compliments on what's his name, Troy Aikman, or anybody who was winning, Starback or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But now Hurts gotta have it, because again, they can't just say we were wrong about this guy. They can't be a man and keep it 1,000. They can't keep it a stack. So instead, they just say outlandish stuff like that. And any quarterback could have won. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. And the reason why it's incorrect, because Lamar Jackson, love the guy, don't get me wrong, he had a great squad. Josh Allen, he had a great squad this year. You know what I'm saying? And some people would argue that wasn't as good as the Eagles. But like LB says, I gotta take it from LB, because he's right. I didn't think of it like that, but it makes sense. If these guys are so much better than Hurts, then why does it take them to have a super team to win? Why do they have to have a super team? Like I said, and as far as a super team, I don't knock Hurts for that. I don't knock anybody for that. I say credit to Howell. Alhamdulillah. Credit to Howell. He the one who built the roster. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be mad at somebody. Be mad at Howie. We got a GM that just say, you know what? I think we can win if we do this right here. We can tweak it a little bit. Oh yeah, don't forget about Fangio. Fangio was definitely in his ear as far as his defense go this last past year. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I just don't understand how he can get so much flack. Hurts that is, and they try not to bring his name up, but they try to bring up other. If Josh Allen had this team, even what's his name, Trevor Lawrence, and like the disrespect is blatant, is blatantly ill. Like, you would think, how do these guys get paid? It's got to be because of clickbait. It got to be because people going to click on it because they want to hear the outlandish takes, so they can have some words to put in the comment section for them, and it'll, I can't even watch it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. How I get my Eagles news, and even from the detractors, I listen to other Eagles content creators. So I let them click on it for me. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind it, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So they click on it for me. They report it, and I hear it, and I say, you know what? That's crazy. Sometimes they put the little clip on their videos, whatever. So I know it's true. I'm not gonna speak on something I don't have no facts about. Well, I had before, but I found out later. Kind of like, to digress like I always do, kind of like when I said we got all our rookies signed up. Well, Makuba's not signed up. He hadn't signed his contract yet. So I was wrong about that. And Jahad Campbell had just signed his, I think, about a week and a half or so ago. So I was definitely wrong about that. My bad. If anybody was paying attention, my bad. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I do speak on it. But I think I said at the time, I think we got them all signed up. I'm not sure. I believe we do. I said something like that right there. But I was wrong. Anyway, back to what I was saying, and I'm going to wrap it up here in a second. To be honest with you, I think the only team that could have beat, in the NFC, that could have beat Spag's defense is the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts seems to be 100%, 1,000% unbothered. I would even go as far as to say in the whole NFL, because as we already know, the AFC, they have shots to get at Mahomes and Spag's defense. What they do, they come up short. 99.9% of the time, they come up short. Jalen Hurts lost to him one time, but again, if we'd have got, I'll say this right here, we got a defensive step up 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, we'd be seeing a whole different situation. We'd be saying Jalen Hurts 2 times against Mahomes. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I can't prove it, obviously, but I 1,000% believe that. With 2 minutes to go downfield, we'd at least got a field goal range and took it to overtime if we need to take it overtime. Matter of fact, I don't think we need to take it overtime, really. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway. we'd have been 2 times in terms of Jalen Hurts winning twice for us. But I think the disrespect is crazy. But you know what? This is the first time and only time that I'll actually give this here take of what I think about Jalen Hurts and why I don't think that's accurate. Like I said, there's maybe another quarterback. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I would say JD5 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I would say that probably he could do it, but I don't know. Like I said, our defense had him pretty rattled. You know what I'm saying? In the NFC Championship game, actually in all the games we played against the Commanders this past season. You know what I'm saying? All the games. Yeah, he won one of them. He stuck one of them out, but at the same time, our defense had them pretty much running for life, for dear life. You know what I'm saying? We had them running for dear life every time we played them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that Spag's defense wouldn't surprise him or would have confused him enough to get him out of his game, get him out of his rhythm. I would have to say it probably would have, because I seen how he looked in our defense. And their defense, the Kansas City Chiefs defense, is somewhat sort of like our defense, just a little different. As far as aggressiveness, it's definitely aggressive, just like our defense is. So, but anyway, that's all I want to bring up. I don't believe that any quarterback, if you dropped them in, would have won. They tried that a couple years ago with the bump that whole conversation. I think, what's his name? Look like you pick his boogers and eat them. What's his name? His father used to play in the NFL, and he played for the New York Giants. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put it in the comments. I can't think of him. I just know his face. Don't worry about it. I'm not even worried about dude. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he said the same thing a couple years ago. Later on in the season, Hurts get injured. We put in Minshew. Minshew had NFL playing time. Could he get it done? No. He played pretty good against Cowboys, but could he come back and win a game when it was on the line and all the marbles on the line? No, he couldn't. He didn't. So I disagree wholeheartedly with that. And I think if Jalen Hurts would have played against the Saints that same year, we'd have cooked them dudes. Jalen Hurts been cooking the Saints every time he played them. I don't think he lost to the Saints yet. Anyway, I digress, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. I think Jalen Hurts is one of the ones. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't got to defend him because he's a Super Bowl championship. He's a Super Bowl champion, almost a 2-time MVP. How he won the last one. So, like I said, sometimes I get frustrated with some things he do. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think he hold the ball too much. Sometimes I think he let the ball hit the ground too much. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's not fazed by that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about him. He seems unfazed about it. I ain't gotta say nothing else about Jalen Hurts as far as that goes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think real talk is Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts, number 1 and 2. You can go which way. You can go Patrick Mahomes because he won championships already. But I'm going Jalen Hurts because maybe I'm a homer, maybe I'm a little bit biased. But I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to just throw him in there. But at the same time, I've seen enough of what I had to see about my man Jalen Hurts. I think we just gotta, see a little bit more. I think I'm good with what I see. Don't be wrong. It's not like I say I gotta see one more year. I'm not one of those guys. I'm just saying, like, I want to see it consistently. I don't want him to be like a fat cat, so to speak, now since he won Super Bowl championship and kind of like phase off. I doubt that's gonna be him because he loves football and he loves the building part, the process, and all that stuff. So I don't see him dropping off no time soon. I'm hoping and praying not, of course. But for what I think it is, Jalen Hurts is one-on-ones. The rest of them, they can simmer in a soup, like they say. I don't think they know what they're talking about. That's why I don't watch them. I don't watch Get Up. You know what I'm saying? They Cowboys and apologists and Dak apologists. When they be all on they be hugging the nuts too much, man. So I don't be watching that. You know what I'm saying? I like my man Shady and all that stuff, but I stopped watching his, you know what I'm saying, because they be doing too much on there too sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's really nothing but Philadelphia Eagles content creators I listen to. I'm signing out anyway, so if it got dark, it is all good. Philadelphia Eagles gonna make it get dark on other teams all season long, so let's get used to it. Fly Eagles fly. You tune into your homeboy Platinum Eagle. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I certainly appreciate it. Oh, and before I get out, I'm gonna get out right after this right here. I hit my 100 subscriber milestone. It's a milestone for me, and that means a lot. I owe it to y'all, man. Alhamdulillah, I thank y'all so much for, you know what I'm saying, for tuning in, for bigging me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just passionate about my football team. I've been rocking with them for 20 some odd years. Like I said before, I didn't like football that much at first, so that's a whole other story for a whole other day. But anyway, I love it now, and I love the Philadelphia Eagles, and I've been rocking with them since about 2000, 2001, about like that time. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get at y'all. I love y'all. Fly Eagles fly. Platinum Eagles out.